I think that would do it. Wait, let's look at the live's dashboard right now. Alright, start my stream. Let's go. Oh, it's gonna be lit.
Is it?
And alright, start my stream. We are live. Well, hello there. This is Captain Six Toes, as you know, and I'm with the good friend of my, Rice Swag, or Rice.
What is up, guys? Rice Swag on Twitch, Rice on YouTube.
Looks like we got the OG subscriber in the chat, my mod.
Mada.
Anyway, so this is going to be our podcast. This is going to be the first one that we have ever done. This is going to be the first one that's ever gone up onto my channel.
And we're literally here just to talk about whatever.
We got like topics here, and we're gonna try and stay by them, but it's probably not gonna happen.
It probably won't happen.
Like we're gonna stick to it as good as possible, and
but you won't know.
Yeah,
you as a listener will not know, so it doesn't matter.
And let's just see where we go from here. If this does do well, we're thinking about starting a channel where we straight up just post our live streams there, or podcasts.
So definitely make sure to comment, leave a like, and obviously, like, always want to do that.
Yeah, of course we want to do that, but
just especially this one, because we want to know if this is actually going to get good reception, because we're not going to start a channel if no one likes it, no one listens. But if you guys enjoy it, and we enjoy it, then
I'm going to just post this up on Twitter while we get started.
Alright. So I think I'll just talk a little bit about myself. You probably haven't seen me in most videos that
Oh, yo, that's stank, dude, because the next thing that I have on this list is who we are and where we came from, how we started.
Okay, alright, perfect. Then I guess I'll just go, because you're doing stuff right now.
Yeah.
So, obviously, my name's Rice. Real name, this is probably what you'll hear me referred to as, is Ryan. So clearly there's kind of some similarities between Rice and Ryan. A lot of people ask me how I got Rice or Rice Swag. Clearly, the swag isn't anything recent, because now that I'm 17, I don't use swag in my vocabulary as much. But at the time that I made the username, it was for Xbox 360. All those years back. It was several years back. And Rice, the name Rice was something that I'd been wanting to do for a while. I thought it would always be a cool nickname for myself. Like, I made myself a nickname because I didn't have friends who called me nicknames. It was always just Ryan. So that's hence Rice. I could go into like the details of like how I came up with that, but that's just boring. And then swag I just threw at the end because I was young and I was like, oh, that'd be so cool, swag. It's swaggy. So yeah, there's that. That's the name part. And then the more a little bit, not necessarily complex, but just the more in-depth part is how I got started recording and streaming. You probably most likely probably don't follow me. I suggest that you do. I'm trying to post content daily. I don't stream as much, but I want to start getting into streaming too. But I started out wanting to stream and do YouTube because I honestly really couldn't pinpoint down like the exact this is it. This is when I started. I know YouTube was kind of always something that I wanted to do, and it wasn't really tangible, wasn't really possible until ninth grade English. We had to do a project for English, for my English class, to recreate a Shakespeare play. And so my group, we were all kind of nerdy gamers. We were like, why don't we record something off Minecraft? Because we can make any scenes we want, we can do whatever. So I invested $130 of my own money into an Elgato Game Capture HD. Still have it, still is what I use to this day. and we created a video, edited everything. It was all on iMovie. Now I use Windows, but at the time I had iOS, or OS X. Sorry, not iOS. Um, and yeah, that's just where it started. I had the equipment, and I was like, "Hey, let's keep going." And then Twitch was kind of pretty much actually that same year. It was a little later on though. A buddy of mine was streaming, and he was like, "Dude, go check it out." I didn't really know Twitch at the time, but he's like, "Bro, go check it out." And so I hopped on. I was like, "This is dope. And I kind of want to do this." Then so I set up an account, started streaming, and that was that. And then ever since then, I've just been building up my setup. So now I'm currently sitting in a office chair, brought to you by the loving and gracious Captain Six Toes.
Yee.
Also, I have a big adjustable mic that I use, a big studio mic. That's why I sound so dang good. Razer heads.
I wouldn't go that far.
I sound better than usual.
Okay.
Is that fine?
Yeah, we'll
Is
do
that fine?
that.
Does that please you? All right.
Yeah.
And then big Razer headset, my computer to the left of me, my monitor hooked up to my Xbox, directly in front. And then of course, as always, hashtag not spawn, Monster Energy drinks. I like whenever I'm gaming or doing anything, I almost always have one of those with me, just because I'm the type of guy who likes to drink stuff, and they're good. They've got plenty of variety, so it's just you're not gonna get bored, and I just always have one.
Totally
Yeah,
forgot
that's
to transition the slide to intro to start. So
Oh, really?
it's just.
all right. So
it's
you've been
just
looking
been
at this
saying-
intro for the longest time. We're transitioning now.
We're transitioning now, but yeah,
If
right.
you're
just-
listening to this on SoundCloud, it's not gonna make much sense.
Just take
but
it from the top.
start.
Yeah. No, just finish up.
All right, and I really don't know if there's anything else. That's pretty much it, honestly. I've had a very irregular schedule because my school schedule is kind of weird, and so is my work schedule. I work at McDonald's, flipping them patties.
Fry boy. You're still Wait, are you still fry boy, or have you got a promotion?
I'm
yet?
presenter pretty much now. I'm not a promotion. They just moved me.
So what are you doing now?
So now I'm the guy who hands out your meal and tells you to have a lovely day. Because I always put the most attractive people there at those windows. No, but
Wow, they
if that was the if that was the
must
truth,
really be an ugly fest for you to be the presenter.
I was gonna harp
kidding. You're beautiful.
But yeah, I've had a very irregular schedule, but it's getting kind of back to it's getting better.
Okay.
And I'm editing more and recording more and stuff like that. So if you want to check me out, just look up Ryce on YouTube or Ryce Swag on Twitch, and then just see if you like it. Never, if you go to my YouTube though, never go to the first ever video, because that's the one I was telling you about that got me started. That was the school project, so it won't make any sense to you.
Yeah, I got his channel first, link in the description. So if you got, that's good.
All right.
Got that good parental guidance there.
Padre.
Just looking at we're twinning with them headsets.
Razer headsets.
Razer headsets. Not sponsored, but hook me up.
Dude, love Razer products.
Love Razer.
I've been wanting to get a Razer Blade for the longest time. I just don't have money for it.
Those things are lit. It's just that there's so much money.
Yeah. So that's me. Captain Six.
Alright, so I'm gonna start a bit about myself. I've been in the YouTube game since 2nd grade. Let's see. So I'm in 8th right now. So that's 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 6 years ago. I uploaded.
You still see those old videos?
Yeah,
too.
no, I need to look up these old videos. These things, they're cringy. So like, I'd not recommend to look them up. I don't know how you'd find them, but my first video ever is now sitting over 10,000 views, which I don't understand. It has like 300 dislikes too, cause it's awful. So the premise behind my first video was I loved Lego animation when I was a kid. I thought it was so amazing that like some people just had like my favorite toy growing up. I mean, I still have play with Legos today, but not as much as I did back then. I'm constantly playing video games with this man right here. But yeah, I used to play Legos a lot, and I always loved how people would portray stories with said plastic item. So I thought it'd be a good idea to make my own what were they called, brick films. So
Sub animation stuff, yeah.
yeah, animate like Lego animations. And the first one, I don't think I understand the way that you did it was take a picture by picture. So I just kind of took my hand and started moving everything. So all you saw was my big like sausage fingers just moving everything around. It's like so weird to watch, but that's how I started. I got my friends and I recorded about 5 episodes, but only 2 were released. Both of them over 5,000 views and a lot of dislikes. So positivity,
Obvious.
positivity for a child.
It's YouTube. What do you think?
But on the channel that I'm currently on right now, which is Captain Six Toes, I've been since the 5th grade, so like 2 to 3 years ago. Right, 2, 3 to 4, yeah, like 2 to 3 years ago, and I started out playing Minecraft Let's Plays, and I got a video camera for Christmas, so I thought it was gonna be a great idea to kickstart a nice little Minecraft Let's Play with my friend Caleb, which did decent for someone starting out.
Not a game capture.
Yeah, not a game capture. Nice 720p, nice little
Camcorder.
a nice little camcorder, which you guys don't understand the struggle of having to record, because this thing was on a tilted tripod, so I had to angle it almost perfectly to get the perfect shot of the TV, which I did a pretty good job until my mother kept walking, my mom kept going in and out of the frame, so all you saw was just this very shadowy figure going across the Minecraft plains, and you'll always hear just, "Mom, you're in the shot." She's like, "Oh, sorry." So big cringy start.
Those are the best ones.
Yeah. Cringe compilations, am I right? So that I kind of got started from there. I should probably talk about how my video game history. I started out when I was 3, 4. I think it was 3. My friend Patrick brought over a game. It was called Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, and it was for the Wii. Not the Wii U, the original Wii. And I loved the game.
Too, yeah.
The game's lit. I still have it to this day. And the game's lit. I love the game. And so I really got into that, and that was my first grinding game. And I remember I would always sneak over to my cousin's house when I was 4 or 5. Well, it wasn't really sneaking over, it's just my parents, I loved my cousins. My cousins are the best people.
Hey, Captain, my Captain.
Captain, my captain.
You're ranting right now?
Yeah?
I'm gonna be right back, alright?
Alright, you do that. I'm gonna keep talking to the people.
You keep talking, but...
Alright. Yeah, I hear you, sexy son of a gun. No homo. Anyway, like I was saying, I'd always sneak. My cousin Luke was really chill. He had a Xbox 360, which I didn't have. I had a nice little Wii, which kind of cringy now that I think about it, because now that I remember, the Wii is kind of very white and kind of generic. But either way, I went over to his house to play one of the Halos. Oh God, which Halo did I start out on? It's rather Halo 1 or 2. Anyway, we'd play like to play the shit out of the campaign. And then once Halo 3 came out, we started playing all the multiplayer, and we, like, by the time I was 7, I mastered, like, Halo. I think it was when I was 8 and I was in the 2nd grade. I got my Xbox 360, and the first 2 games, first 3 games was Connectimals, which was that, like, animal game that you could do with your, like, Xbox sensor thing, that Xbox Connect. And then I got Halo 3 and Halo Reach, and I'd play nothing but those games, and I had just the funnest time just playing those 2 games. My parents would try to get me off, like, so I could just do my homework and shit. And I'm like, well, after this match, after this level, after this scene in the campaign, it was honestly one of the funner things that I've ever done. Just sit down and play video games. That's probably why I'm so attached to them today, because they're just, like, I don't know, they're just so fun and just time consuming that it's just perfect, I just love to sit down, play video games, and they're so social too. There's that social part of it where it's like you can talk to your friend could be halfway around the world and just play a good game of, like, Minecraft or something with them. So yeah, and I've kind of grown out of Minecraft, but I'll still go back and play it, just not record it, because who wants to see a Minecraft Let's Play nowadays? Those things are so just burnt and overused. But, like, some people still like them. So I went over to COD when I knew about COD when I was, like, 9, and I got it in the 4th grade. What was the first COD? I started playing COD when it was COD 4. And the first Call of Duty that I ever got was Modern Warfare 2. Like, for myself. I used to go over to my friend's house and play COD 4 with them all the time. So, I got into Modern Warfare 2. And, I started playing the shit out of that. Still grinded that Halo life. That's always nice. How's the stream doing right now? Stream health is pretty good. So, yeah, everything has been pretty good, in my life, video game-wise. I've never had, like, a bad time playing a video game. It's like, I'll get, like, enraged, but that's just all in the fun of it. Just, like, you gotta get mad because that's just how the game is. So, going back to my Call of Duty times, excuse me, I played every Call of Duty, and, it was pretty much just how do I say this? Like, every Call of Duty kind of felt the same, it was kind of like in a rut every new Call of Duty that I got. And then, okay, and, then I got Black Ops 2, and I see Ryan Boo's back.
Hey.
And so I got Black Ops 2, and, it was kind of the same, because every COD, the way I played it, I didn't, it was kind of the same, boots on the ground. So I shouldn't be complaining about boots on the ground, because I miss it.
Look at where we are now.
Look where we are. We're, like, fighting people with lasers in space. Like I said I liked Halo, but this is ridiculous.
Except for BO3.
Black Ops 3 was decent, okay? I'll give him that.
I honestly think, I know this will probably get a lot of hate, and I know I'm interrupting you. That's probably my favorite COD.
Okay, I get that.
Just because I liked it being fast-paced, and because I kind of outplayed BO1 and BO2.
Yeah. Now, getting back to BO2, I stumbled across this one YouTube video when Black Ops 2, this was, God, like 6 months into the game being out, Black Ops 2. I saw FaZe Rain's video, like, trolling a kid on Call of Duty. It has, like, it's one of his most popular videos now. But I saw him, like, quickscoping, like, using a sniper, but not using it correctly, and it kind of intrigued me, and I kind of got like interested in what he was doing, and he was using the ability to scope in and out quickly to his advantage, and I'm like, that's pretty cool. I could abuse that, and so I went into a custom games lobby with a friend at the time, and I'm like, dude, you should check this out. And we both just started scoping in and out, and that's kind of how I learned. And of course, being the antisocial butterfly that I am, I don't have a lot of friends per se. So I just had to kind of most of the time just practice on bots for hours on end until I was good at that. At this time, Halo 4 and Halo 4 was out, which, Halo's kind of going down the drain, if you ask me. I stopped getting good after Reach. So, I took Call of Duty as my main game. I'll always go back to Halo 3 and Halo Reach and just see how nostalgic that is, playing with my cousin. We used to stay up for days on end just playing that game. It was a fun game, Halo 3, Halo Reach. But
I never played any of the Halos.
dude, what is your life?
I really don't know.
Anyway.
People always told me I should play them.
No, they're lit. But back to my thing. This is probably taking longer than Ryan's, but I'm getting to the end of it now.
Dude, I never even went through the games.
Yeah,
I
no.
didn't realize it until you did. So I got a whole thing going, bro. But you
Yeah,
just,
here we have like a concept on video games later.
Yeah.
But so like I started getting quick scoping down, and I noticed this guy. His name was FaZe Jev. All right. Well, he wasn't FaZe Jev at the time, but he was just he was, I think he was Darth at the time. I don't know. Either way, I saw him making his Black Ops 2 montage, and I just see him like going ham, just what they call quad feeds, triples, like 5-ons. I'm like,
Collats.
yeah, like a triple collats. I'm like, wow, is this like a regular thing? So I thought, like, hey, I should step up my game. And Skype notifications, god damn it. So I started, and I saw, I watched FaZe Rain, because I at the time I only saw his one video, and this was just a couple months later after I just saw that one video. I looked at his channel, and he's hitting these like, spinny, tricky things that later was for me noticed to be a trick shot. And that interested me a lot, but I thought quad feeds and 5-ons were just really way better than a trick shot. That's why I don't trick shot a lot, but I still do from time to time. But so that's pretty much my COD days. There's not much going on in Ghost, Advanced Warfare. Advanced Warfare was actually the COD that we made Echo Clan in, which is I don't even know if we exist right now. Cause like we have no team at the moment. Like we're trying to revive it, but I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna work. But then this is a couple of years. A year ago, my friend. Well, a couple of years, three-ish years back. So like sixth grade. My friends and I stumble upon this game called CS:GO. And I'm like, this game's lit. Alright, and to be fair, sixth grade year, that Christmas, I built my gaming PC, which, the laptop that I had before was probably worse than Ryan's.
And to get the context, I can't actually be in a call and play the game, or sometimes just even play the game, without it reaching max of like 25 FPS and crashing.
Yeah. So mine was pretty bad. Like sometimes I'll play Minecraft at the lowest settings, and I'll walk 2 blocks, okay, and then it'll crash, like, and then it had an overheating problem. I had this PC since like the 2nd grade, so that's how I was able to post my YouTube videos. Before that, we had a Windows 98 computer. We had that until like 2012. Anyway, so yeah, we played CS:GO.
How do you spell dinosaur?
WIN98. But yeah, I just always thought, video games were pretty awesome. So yeah, that's how I kind of started my career.
Now my whole career.
Quote career. So.
Quote career.
Quote career.
Mine starts probably plenty well before yours. As long as I can remember, we've had a Nintendo GameCube.
Oh,
and
yeah.
if you're either too young to know what that is, or you never cared about it, you just don't care about video game consoles,
My friend had a
or you know what it is, it's the best thing on planet Earth.
Oh yeah, no, that I had so many memories on the GameCube that my friend
Still
had.
to this day, if you were to say, hey, would you rather go play Black Ops, or not Black Ops, would you rather go play on your old Xbox 360 or GameCube? I would pick GameCube like 90% of the time. You couldn't play Minecraft on it though. That was the only reason. That's the
Yo,
other 10%.
One sec. I just got a shout out commenter in the chat. The Great Papyrus. Hello to you as well.
Hello, Great Papyrus. Thank you for listening to the podcast.
Thank you for tuning into this podcast. This is our first one.
That's what you get.
That's what you get. You're welcome. Welcome to the stream, bud. Anyway, go on.
All right. So, I originally started playing. The first game we ever got for it was Mario Kart Double Dash, which I played the crap out of. And at the time, we had an old tube TV. Sounded like a nuclear bomb going off when you would start it up. But it was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was honestly perfection. And then we got Star Wars, Lego Star Wars, the very first Lego Star Wars video game.
Oh yeah.
Which had 3 main stories. It was episodes 1, 2, and 3.
I know exactly what you're talking about. We played that on my friend's OG GameCube as well.
Mm-hmm. And then after that, it was probably my favorite. Honestly, this is such a great game. Probably favorite game of all time. Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Oh.
Fantastic game. Dude,
You know what? I've never played Super Smash Bros. And just to comment, Great Papyrus also loved Mario Kart Double Dash.
it was a great game. See, this guy knows what's up.
This guy knows what's up.
If there's probably a bit of a delay, so we'll see it later. But if Great Papyrus, and if anyone else, if you know and love, what's it called? Super Smash Bros. Leave a comment. Give it love in the chat. But yeah, that was the next game, and I went off on that game. Oh my goodness, I would play for so long on that, just sitting in front of this old tube TV, going off on Super Smash Bros. And then after that, it was a Wii, which honestly I don't have that many memories of the Wii. That was the very first Need for Speed game.
The Great Papyrus also loves Smash.
Okay, I like this guy. Great Papyrus, you my homie. But that actually, I said that wasn't really memorable for me, the Wii, but actually it got me started on the Need for Speed games, which actually kind of launched my, as Captain said, career.
Big
onwards.
quotation marks, because we're a bit amateur right now.
Yeah. So, and the games on there, I'm just going to cover the other games, and then I'll get back to Need for Speed. The other games I played were Super Mario Galaxy, old World War II airplane game, which is pretty cool, but it wasn't anything special. And then, man, that was pretty much it for games. We would plug in old GameCube games into that and play, pretty much. So we didn't really play a lot of other Wii-specified games.
But yeah, but then back to Need for Speed. It was Need for Speed Pro Street, and you literally played. It was the most awkward way to play it. So either you did like a drag racing thing, and then you had to like shift like launching the controller, or you like held it sideways, and it was a really awkward way to play. But at the time, it was dope. I was like, oh my goodness, this is a racing game. This is so cool.
Yeah.
And then next game or next console after that was actually not console.
Okay, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I just had a mini heart attack because when I reloaded the stream, it said offline.
Oh jeez.
But then after 2 seconds, it says live and stream health good, and like I almost just like fainted there.
Oh jeez, man, don't mess this up.
Whew.
Next thing I had was the Nintendo DS Lite, and that there's been plenty of hours spent on that game too. Currently, I still use it because I'm trying to go back and play Pokemon White Edition, which is the only Pokemon game I've ever played. So I know I'm kind of a casual Pokemon player, even though I will say, if you know me, I'll say I do love Pokemon. Probably because pretty much I just played the card game, and I played it prior to the DS.
Yo, I love the card
Like,
game.
But the card game was dope. I loved collecting the cards and everything. I had a collection of like 1,300
Yo,
cards.
dude, I have a thing back there. I think it was it's like a plasma box.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Just
what's up,
cards.
Bella? Oh, in the chat.
In the chat.
In the chat.
So yeah, play a lot of that. Also, I played the Sega All Stars Winter Olympics game.
Sega.
I played the Lego Indiana Jones and Lego Batman. I actually looked back because I have them on an old shoebox back here. I've got both of those cases. Also a Cars racing game, which I thought was cool at the time. And then that was it. And then after that, and I guess not really after that, but just what I bought next, because I still do play that, was the Xbox 360, which was the only console we had for a long time. And then we did something that we had never done before, and we bought the Xbox and PlayStation kind of around-ish the same time. But yeah, so got the 360, and then that was when Forza really hit home. I ended up getting, like, first I got Force Unleashed. If you know the Force Unleashed game, oh my gosh, I love you. That's a
Oh, dude, I know what you're talking about.
Force Unleashed 2, which was really, really short, but I felt like it honestly, a lot of people don't like it. I thought it was kind of cool because it was actually the game I started
on.
on.
What you're talking about.
And then Minecraft, obviously. Forza was next. Forza 4 to be exact. Played the crap out of that game. I was so good, like playing on like the highest difficulty. I got so good that it just no one could keep up with me. Racing games are kind of like, I feel like the soul of my gaming career. Quote.
Yeah.
Um.
Again, to stop you, Ryan. The Great Papyrus. I only mod people that like I know personally. So it's like, it's nothing against you, it's just like I only mod people that I know.
Alright.
Alright, back.
Back to me. So yeah. Racing games were where it was at. Because this is before FPS. Because now all FPS is the only thing I play. But it used to be all racing games. So it was Forza 4, then I got Forza Horizon. In Forza Horizon, I played the crap out of 2. I pretty much beat that game. Then Forza 1, which was the F1 motorsport type game, which I didn't really like. It was free for Xbox, that's why I got it. I didn't really like it. It was just way too difficult. The controls were really, really weird. And I get, like, obviously, it takes probably a whole nother layer of skill that I just didn't have. But the other games, I was good. I could handle.
Alright.
Then after that, this is where FPS started because it goes straight from there to BO2. And I remember getting that copy, the hard copy, as a disc, and inserting it in, and then starting it for the first time. And the first time I ever played that game, I got demolished. Like, my KD was like 1 for the longest time. Now, if you look, it's like 1.23 or something like that. Like I got it up because now I'm not the best, but I mean, a captain would probably vouch for me. I'm decent. I could
What?
at BO2, Battlefield 4,
I
Overwatch.
I actually haven't seen you in Battlefield 4, but
You haven't?
you're
Oh,
decent at COD and Overwatch. Sure, yeah, you're better than average.
yeah. Um. So yeah, I eventually grinded that game, uh, and just got better and better and better until I became. I mean, I wasn't anything really special, but I hop on occasionally and pretty much pick up where I left off.
Yeah.
And I'll get an S&D match, and I'll go like 10-3. In fact, the last time I played, I got into the game. It was 0-3, um, their team, in favor,
Okay.
and I was like, oh dang, all the rest of the team's negative, and they're about to lose. Hop in the game, instantly pick up. Like first round, I get like a 5-piece. Next round, I ace. I know
Wyatt's
that's
in
a
here.
that's a CS:GO term,
Wyatt's
but
in here.
oh really?
Yeah.
What's good, man? Um, Next round, I ace, get every single one. Next round, I ace, get every single one. Final round, clutch it up for the team. And so yeah, it's just kind of one of the skills that you just pick up, you get good at. So like obviously I'm not the very best, but I know what I'm doing when it comes to those games.
Yeah, have you ever played Doom? Because I played a bit of Doom.
No, I
Because
never.
the Great Papyrus is saying, like, why no Doom? I played a little bit. Like, I never really got into it.
I don't like those types of games
Like,
where you just walk through and shoot stuff. Like I get there's objectives and stuff, but that's not my type of game.
every camp. I don't like where you walk and shoot stuff. Every game that Ryan plays, I love walking around and shooting
I know,
stuff.
okay, because I don't get because it's very much like the campaign of COD games, and I don't play campaigns of COD games. Now this is going to seem weird because I do have a Battlefield 4 campaign series going up on my channel, but that's because I wanted to change things up a little bit. But typically I don't play campaigns, and I feel like those are probably a lot like campaigns, so I don't play them. I would try it. I'm not opposed to it, obviously, but I just never have done it.
Okay.
But the next it was the PS4. I like how you just want to move on, but yeah. Then it was PS4, Star Wars Battlefront, which is a fun game. Overwatch is where that's how I started on Overwatch, and then Xbox One. Overwatch is pretty much really all I play right now, and then now Battlefield 4, and hopefully BO3 because I still want to get a copy of that because I never have, though I have played it. So yeah, that's it. That's kind of where I am now. I'm
Lit!
an average player.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, what do we have next here?
The agenda. What's on the agenda?
Yeah, the agenda is. Oh, yeah, PewDiePie. Shade has been thrown.
Oh, you know what? I did want to talk about this one a little bit, but you can go first if you want.
Here, let me. If you guys, aren't into, like, YouTube drama, PewDiePie has, been relatively I don't want to say racist,
Criticized.
but like yeah, he's been very criticized. He has used the N-word kind of in one of his videos, and in another one he like, you know, those like YouTube channels that like you send them some, like if you pay them to say something they'll say it. He paid someone to say like burn the Jews and didn't think that they'll do it, but they did. So he got criticized for that as well.
So obviously, people are going to take
So
it.
people are going to take offense to that, and I was just wondering your thoughts. He's also laying off the video games, you know, what made him popular on YouTube, and I just want to know your thoughts.
So my thoughts.
Uh-huh.
All right. So my thoughts are, it's his channel. He
It
does
is
whatever
his
he wants.
channel.
I started watching him for game content, and I don't really watch them anymore because it's like I don't really care to watch your games. But hey, that's just my viewpoint, bro. If some people feel like, oh, you're not worth 50 million subs, but it's like it's his channel. People still watch him,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Don't watch him if you don't want to. You don't have to go comment ragefully or leave a big dislike. Just don't watch it. I have never okay. I have disliked videos before, but
I actually haven't.
but typically I don't because I don't anymore really because now my viewpoint is like it's your channel, you post, right?
Yeah.
And it's not really up to the community to be like, oh, this is what you should post.
Yeah. I have to agree.
Yeah.
And my opinion on like
I need to get a lock on that door, but
but my opinion on racial slurs, as long as they are not appointed as racist, they're not bad. Because the way that he said it, it's like it wasn't appointed at someone or a race specifically. He just kind of said it.
though I do think that's a little different.
It is a little different because
you gotta be sensitive.
yeah,
when
you
it
gotta be
comes to stuff
sensitive
like that.
because 52, almost 53 million people are going to, know the channel. And at least, oh god, how many views does he? 12 million of them are going to understand what he just said. So I'm thinking at least
honest.
at least a good eighth of them are going to be offended, if not more. So again, it's his channel. He can do whatever he wants. I don't care because I don't even watch him.
Yeah, I don't watch him anymore, but still, I just feel like just let him do what he wants to do.
All right, get that clickbait out of the way so I can put PewDiePie in the title. And then we are. Oh shit! What did I just do? Oh fuck. Okay, we're good. Moving on. Food.
Now that's food is something that is extremely important when you're playing
It
video
is
games.
very important. It's
See,
like
for
it's
me-
a gamer's way of life. If you don't have the good gaming food, you don't have good game.
Yeah. What I have in front of me always is what I said earlier in the podcast. I always have monsters with me. It's that, and then also just a snack. Because when you're playing and stuff, when you get really intense, you won't realize like, oh, my blood sugar is dropping like crazy.
Yeah.
So it's important to have something. Like honestly, it kind of is because if you go your whole entire day with being hungry, that's not good for you.
It's kind of weird, cause I'll notice when I'm doing it. It's like I will eat significantly lower on the weekends than I would during the weekdays. Like we're talking about thousands of calories difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like-
No, I agree with you.
Like,
Probably
so-
because most of the time is spent sleeping or playing video games.
On weekdays, I'll eat up to like 2,000 calories. But that's a recommended amount. But on like weekends, I'll have like on a good day 1,500.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. So like a nice gamer setup of food that I have is I always got my G Fuel. Another one thing, I'm not throwing shade to G Fuel or anything, but the grape, I've only tried 3 flavors. Okay, tropical rain, blue ice, and grape. Grape is the only problem that I've had. Excuse me. When you get closer to the bottom, the more powdery it gets. So say I'm going to like the last sip, it starts getting like really strong and potent.
Mm. Yeah, that's not nice.
It's no problem if you like powder, but
Most people don't.
most people don't.
That's why
But,
just shoot monsters, bro. There's
yeah.
no problem like that.
Yeah, I wanted to go get a monster before the stream, but at the same time, I feel like my dad would lose his shit because my mom, my cousins are out in a cemetery right now because they're all into that like extraterrestrial and like afterlife shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in fact, I just got a text message from my mom that said Illuminati confirmed. Because she found like some grave with like a triangle with just, like 3 6s in the middle. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, next to my gamer snack, I'll usually have like one thing of G Fuel a day, but that's pretty much it. And I'll also go get some good fishy crackers, goldfish, snack that smiles back, cause that is needed. Okay, goldfish is the best snack in the world. Okay,
Mm.
and Ryan looks like he's agreeing. Damn straight.
Heck yeah, bro.
And
I'd agree with that.
let's see who all is. All right, and yeah, so goldfish, and then I'll always have like water because I hate being dehydrated and that like headache and shit. Who keeps messaging me?
See, I used to think when I first started drinking energy drinks, I was just like, oh, I could just drink an energy drink and I'll hope I won't get dehydrated. Worst decision and terribly miscalculated. I always have a glass of water. I have this big cup of water right here that's actually still got a little bit of water. You guys can't see it, but I can.
And
That I always have one of the cup of water and a Monster, because you think like, oh, Monster, we're Gucci.
Yeah.
But you just end up drinking this and you're like, I'm still thirsty.
Yeah, like water. Like you want to stay hydrated.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm playing an intense game of CS with even my intense skills need to stay hydrated to be good.
Which I want to get. I would be way better at CS, and I would probably stream and upload it if I had a computer that could handle it. Because as I was telling you, it would crash. I tried to record one session once, and that crashed it almost immediately. Like I started up the game, started up the game, gone to a lobby, and instantly just crashed. Like I don't even think I loaded up the map yet. So I'm gonna be building a computer that's gonna be. It's honestly gonna be a beast.
Yeah,
But it's gonna be. It's
again. If you need help building it, just ask me.
100%. I probably will end up hitting you up. But I'm gonna be building a beast. It'll probably be done within the next couple months, tops. Gonna get that set up and start streaming that and stuff on my channel. So if you're interested in seeing that, I'm not great. Actually, I'm decent. All right. Probably because I play with silver 1s and I should be in like a silver 3. But the thing is whenever I get into comp matches, my computer crashes. So then I instantly
silver, you know.
Silver, yeah, but there's honestly a big difference between silver 1 and silver 3. It's so weird. But the difference between silver 1 and silver 2, not really noticeable. Between silver 2, silver 3, not really noticeable. But between silver 1 and silver 3, it's noticeable. At least from my point of view. Because I can go in and I could easily ace rounds.
I remember when I started out, I was stuck in, what was it, silver 2 for like 6 months.
I was stuck.
Yeah, I was stuck in silver 2.
Literally, it was the weirdest thing because for a little while I was actually able to use my computer, right? And me, you, and Joey would all play together, and my computer was able to handle it. And then it was just recently. So actually, while my computer was still working, I got to silver 3. But then, right away, problems started happening. And then comp ban after comp ban because my computer would crash. And then now I'm silver 1. I might actually be D-ranked now. So I gotta once I get the other computer, I'll get back into that grind and I'll try to get back to silver 3 because I know I can do it. I could probably end up being pretty good. I just need the right equipment.
Alright, let's move on to our next topic here.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Equipment. Ooh, fun.
So if you're out there and you want to start a channel, equipment is key because what I used for a little while for recordings is I would use the laptop microphone, which is a huge problem because typically when I'm recording, at least on my computer, the fan is really loud, so I'd be drowned out and you could barely hear yourself because it's a built-in microphone. So what you want is either you want a headset with a really decent microphone, like what I have or what I used to use. This one's pretty good too, but I used to use a Turtle Beach headset with a really nice microphone. So you either want that or you want what me or Dawson have. Just a big studio microphone. He's got the huge one. I just got a little
Yeah,
basic
I
thing.
got the Blue Yeti.
Yeah, mine's toner something. It's some technical term.
Yeah.
They're pretty nice. It's nice. If you don't want to go all out, but you want to sound good, this is what you go for.
Yeah.
So that's equipment as far as your microphone goes. Headset. And I think Mr. Six Toes over there will agree with me completely. You want a headset that you like. Because, I mean, you could get a headset that somebody says, oh, you should get this one, right?
Yeah.
Which is what happened when I got the Turtle Beach. But if you don't like it, don't use it. Because a lot of people have a lot of different ideas about which headset's the best, which one you should be using, and it's all preference.
See, my friend got this one. I forget what it was, but he's like, you should get this head. It wasn't a headset. It was just some headphones. I'm like, okay, I'll try it. I'll try it. And I put them on, and how he doesn't have a blister on his head is like amazing to me, because like when there's no on his there's no cushion, so like it wasn't cushioned, so it was just plastic just sitting on top of your head, and it's like it ripped my skin raw.
My very first microphone was probably like that. I went through technically 3 sets of Turtle Beach before I switched to Razer, and it's because of my co-host here. That's why I switched to Razer, because he has a green pair of what I use, and I was just like, hey, I want to try him out, see what's up, and instantaneously fell in love. So that's why I use Razers now. But don't use a Razer headset if you don't want to use it. HyperX is really great. Turtle Beach, if you know what to look for, is really good too. I know I've been pretty much saying, kind of crapping on Turtle Beach this little segment, but I have worn a pair of very, very comfortable Turtle Beach, so don't completely exclude them. Also, man, what else? What are the other headphone brands? Logitech. Logitech makes a great pair.
Yeah, Logitech's great. Beats by Dre are overpriced.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they're designer headphones. Bose, if you have the money, they are worth it.
Yeah. Those are expensive too, but you get what you pay for.
Yeah. Apple is overpriced. Any good speakers?
Well, technically, Beats is Apple. Apple bought Beats.
Apple bought Beats by Dre.
Mm-hmm. So if
So
you buy a
it's
pair of Beats, you're
it's-
technically buying an Apple product.
So it's a designer brand by Dre that's published by Beats that is owned by Apple.
Mhm.
That's some complex shit right there. I like that.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. So I think your main 3 would probably be. You're gonna want to be looking at Bose, Razer, Turtle Beach.
Yeah.
Also Skull Candy, but the problem with Skull Candies is they are prone to breaking.
Astros.
Okay. Yeah, but I think you can get the same quality for a lot lower.
Yeah, no, Turtle Beach is way better in my opinion than Astros, but like Astros are still a brand that people use.
Yeah, they're really, really nice. They're pretty, they're comfortable, but they're really not even the best. And they're just overpriced.
Yeah, I mean, I cannot tell you how many times I've smashed my Turtle Beach X12s into the ground with all my force, and they're still working.
Yeah. No, yeah. So, those are your main three if you're looking to buy. That's equipment. Also, equipment going now to consoles because I'm the more console player. Captain here is kind of, yeah, you're a
Master,
mix.
I'm the master race here.
Yeah, so he does a lot of PC gaming, and I prefer PC gaming. I just don't have a good PC to
You
do
just
it
don't
on.
have a PC.
Once that changes, obviously, I'm gonna be trying to get H1Z1 King of
you
the Kill.
you
I'm gonna
got
be
a you
trying to
got a fried toaster there.
playing, yeah, I'm gonna be playing a lot more CS because I love that game. I
You're
just
getting
haven't
a,
been able
you're
to
getting a Minecraft and Overwatch, right?
getting Minecraft, and I'm definitely getting PC Overwatch. I'm buying tons of games for
Yo,
PC.
like okay, to put it in perspective, you know how like kind of Xbox is. You're not that mobile. It's like it's kind of like do as much damage output as you can and hope that you don't get hit.
Hmm.
It's like if you're able to play console and do it well, PC, you're like a fly that no one can hit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's kind of like that one like it's kind of like you train one of those things where it's like you train with like harder shit to
Hmm.
have it be easier in normal.
I see. I see. Dope. All right, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh no,
But
it's
yeah,
great.
PC gaming. Obviously, everyone's got their preference.
Yeah.
A lot of people prefer console than PC. A lot of people prefer PC over console, but I prefer PC. I just don't play PC because I don't have one.
You don't
But
have
if I had a choice, if somebody was like, "Would you rather play PC or console?" I'd be like, "Oh, PC, 100%."
to. Ooh. All right, so
Um,
here's a good question. Xbox One or PS4? Cuz you have both.
yeah, I have both, and I like this. So started out on PS4, and then I got an Xbox One. Style wise, I think I'll just go through a few of the categories. Style wise, oh, PS4. It's pretty, it's slimmer, smaller. Um, hardware wise, they're honestly about the same. Um, and then once you get to internet, um, I've never had a problem with internet. Typically, I don't. Uh, I have problems with the internet itself, but the connection between the two of the Xbox and the internet, I don't think I've ever had a problem with. It's always been just internet alone if I've had an issue. PS4, that's another thing. It's always almost every problem has been between the PS4, the connection between PS4 and the internet. And the weird thing is I don't have the PS4 in my room. That's separate. That's somewhere else in my house. It's actually closer to the Wi-Fi router than the Xbox, but it has way more problems. So the connectivity issues, it would go to Xbox, right? Because it's just I don't have problems with internet as much with Xbox. How they run games, I don't notice the difference. A lot of people say they notice the difference, like FPS and like how good it looks. Like PS4 is way better. Honestly, don't really know. And I can safely say that I play Battlefront and Overwatch. Those are the two games similar between the two consoles. They look exactly the same on both consoles. I have had more like glitches um, with the Xbox, but those were like standalone issues, and I'm not even sure if they originated with the Xbox or they were my monitor. Um, but between those two, it's fine. Um, Noise, the Xbox is way louder. The power supply itself makes a lot more noise than the entirety of the PlayStation, and that's without the main console. Um, so it's kind of obnoxious. A lot of times, if I get really annoyed, I'll just unplug the entire thing because it's just I don't want to deal with the noise. So that's kind of a downside to the Xbox. And then space, obviously PS4 wins. It takes up way less space, so it's kind of more convenient. On my desk, I've got a big desk, so space doesn't really matter that much. But if I was trying to just fit, a console into a little area, full on would go PlayStation. Um, but so I guess really I'd probably give it to PlayStation. I think PlayStation is probably the better of the two consoles. I do love Xbox. Um, but just as far as noise, how good it looks, space, and also controllers, because I do like the new PS4 controllers a lot. Um, those those are probably why I'd choose PlayStation. Also, it doesn't have a separate power supply. It's literally just a wire to connect to the supply, a wire to connect to your TV, and like that's it. The Xbox is a little more complicated. Um, so I like the simplicity of the PlayStation 4 too. So yeah, PlayStation 4 is probably the better of the two consoles. But it's not my favorite. I really don't have a favorite. I'm just saying which one's better.
All right, I get that.
Yeah. That's honestly a difficult one because obviously PC console PC, but console that's a good one. So really has to give me thinking because honestly I've never really answered that. I've never really talked about it because no one's asked me. But that was a good question.
All right. I don't know if you've had an Android before. Have you?
Nope.
Okay,
Never
so
want one though.
I was gonna ask like Apple or Android. My personal opinion is if you're going for one of the newer ones, definitely go with a Android.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not so sure about
Here, let me.
that. The new iPhone 7. That thing that's a beast.
Yeah.
Have you seen the processors on those? Like, I mean, obviously they're pretty and they're nice, but I started looking into the specs of them, dude. Because they're obviously handheld computers.
Yeah.
iPhones are like literally handheld computers. Like those things, they could probably run some console games. Like, those things have
Actually, since the Samsung Galaxy 6 and iPhone 6 have come out, they have been, I'm pretty sure, equal to the power of gaming that the Xbox 360 has.
Really?
Yeah. Like if
That
you wanted to, you can run Call of Duty Black Ops 2 off of your phone, if it was possible.
I believe that.
So like back to what I was explaining, if you put the specs side by side of the Galaxy 7 and the S7, I mean the iPhone 7, like a very high end, Samsung goes all out with their phone. And I'm not saying that Apple does not make good phones. They make amazing phones. It's just when you put the specs side by side, you can get equal to better or close to for a way lower price.
Yeah, but also their operating system, because iOS is way better than an Android operating system.
Yes, correct. But then again, there are more. Actually, I'm brain dead right now because I haven't got sleep since 2 days ago. But I'm pretty sure that for a lower price, Samsung on paper and with everything and on performance is equal, and maybe just a little less on some things just for a lower price. But if you want to go all out, get an iPhone. But if you want to get something like newer and you don't want to spend a ass ton of money for like looks and specs, just get a Samsung.
Yeah.
But if you're going older, oh yeah, Apple.
I will agree though, the new Galaxy phones are gorgeous.
I tried VR yesterday. God damn.
Yeah, that looks.
God damn.
I do like that feature. That's a dope feature. But I just think like how realistic is that? Because I'm not
so realistic.
No. Like using your phone for that much. Like I get what you're saying. You get a lot more for your money. But iPhone I think just has this idea of like, well, what are you actually going to be using? Like we're making a phone that you're going to use for everyday things. Samsung is like, let's add extra stuff that you'll probably only use a couple times. Right? So I feel like Apple is more realistic.
Yeah, but then again, you're getting more shit for a lower price. Who doesn't want that?
Yeah. But also, Apple has never had a problem with blowing up phones.
I'm talking about Samsung. We're not talking about Note 7s.
It, it's technically the same thing. Samsung
Yeah.
Note 7.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the Galaxy series.
Okay. Yeah. If
Yeah.
you're talking honestly, I honestly would probably buy what are they called? The Edge, S7 Edge.
Oh no, dude, you're gorgeous.
Those are gorgeous. The gold ones. Oh my goodness, I held one before, and I was just like, I want this phone.
Yeah.
If I was to get it, but that would probably be the only one because old Galaxies are kind of ugly.
Yeah. No, I
It's
think
only-
every old phone is kind of ugly.
App.
Cause like, let's think about like back to the iPhone 1 and 2. Like,
Those were hideous. The 3 was hideous. I had a 3. That was my very first of pretty much phone.
4 was okay.
The 4 was okay. 5 was when they started really getting down.
I got me a nice little 5S right here.
I love the 5. The 5 was really, really pretty. And then obviously 6. That was gorgeous. And then now the 7 is just, it's thinner, bigger. I like it a lot. But yeah, the new style, the new body of iPhones is really pretty. But yeah, Samsung, I really don't think they really made any progress as far as terms of looks until the Edge. Because the Edge is just such a unique look.
Yeah.
It's really pretty.
Like it's slim, and have you seen their new like no wire charging?
Yeah, that's dope.
That is dope.
I do like how they brought that, and then Apple, there's talk, I've heard of a lot of talk about the 8 having that. It's just obviously rumors right now. But I like how Samsung kind of got that first, which is dope.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
yeah.
that was a good.
I
that was
think that's going to change like charging phones for like ever. I'm thinking like magnet charging.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just stick it to probably
Like,
even a
You could put it like in your t-shirt pocket.
Yeah,
Oh, that's gonna be dope.
that would be dope. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That's I like that went from hardware to just talking about phones. But yeah,
Well, phones are hardware.
technically, yeah, they are.
Let's talk about keyboards.
Keyboards.
Yeah.
If you're buying a keyboard, you want to get a mechanical keyboard, and
Yeah.
you want Corsair, Logitech, or Razer. Those
Yeah.
are the only ones you want to be buying from.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Or MSI, kind of maybe.
I kind of try. I'm good.
You could.
I think I am. I tried to like debunk that, but I'm like,
Debunked.
I'm like halfway choking. So like,
Okay.
yeah.
It looks like I'm taking over the podcast because my co-host is dying.
This is going very off topic. In fact, this was a topic ago. But every time I have Poppy Murphy's pizza,
Poppy Murphy's.
Poppy Murphy's, that's the only food that I've ever choked on. Like,
Really?
but the thing is, I've choked on it like 5 times now.
Why did you?
I don't know. I don't know.
My
Like-
very first energy drink. I choked a lot. I remember the very first time I ever took a sip.
I'm choking on water.
It was NOS, and I wasn't prepared for it because I didn't really know what to taste and anything, and I realized like it was carbonated and everything. And I took a chug, and I was like walking with my cousin at the time, and I was like, just instantly started dying. Obviously, come a long way since then.
Yeah. Kind of
But
have
have
you kind
you
of have
ever-
the Trump wall.
Have you ever had it where like you're just sitting down like in class and then you go to swallow and it goes down the wrong pipe and then you just sit there like
Me, but it's like I bring like one of those like squeezable Gatorade bottles to school. It's like 32-ounce water, ice cold water. So like I'll like drink water, like religiously, because like I go running before and after school.
mm,
So like I'll drink it religiously to like refuel on like shit.
yeah, that's good.
So like in like it's always in math class too. I don't know why. It's the most silent class. It's rather I fart.
No.
No, I never fart. I hold it in, but then it goes back into my stomach and makes this gargling sound.
Oh. Jeez. That's now forever in a podcast.
That's now forever in the podcast. But no, and then I'll like start drinking water, and then like I'll take a pause to breathe while still chugging the water. And then it sounds like there's a tsunami going on in my mouth. There's just like the air kind of like mixes with the water, and like a big old splash of it just goes down my windpipe. So I'm just over here just going.
Jeez.
Then I feel bad for the people sitting next to me.
Yeah, I would too.
Like one I hate, but the other one's kind of cool.
Oh, so you're like, I'm so sorry, not you.
So like they're just looking, like both of them are just looking, like trying not to look at me, but at the same time they can't keep their eyes off me, because like it's so unique, because like my eyes just pop out of my sockets. I'm just like choking. It looks like I'm choking myself like a beach whale. Just
Wow. It
Kinda-
reminded me never to be around you when you're drinking. And you're like,
when I'm drinking religiously, because like I'll have sips from time to time, but like I'll never like it's only in fourth period while I drink raw water, because like that's right before lunch.
yeah.
I love how you just get close to your mic, just yeah.
Yeah.
I was sitting back and then I yeah, I was so bored.
All right. Let's move on to the next topic.
It's not, you're already getting tired. Alright.
I'm not tired. I'm just my brain's hot.
Overheating.
Video games. Hell yeah.
I think we kind of went over.
We
video.
did. So should
Dude,
we?
I went to burp and almost all the monster I've been having just almost came up. What's your favorite video game? Let's just go over this real quick. What's your favorite video game?
God damn it, dude! You're making me say this. Do
Yeah.
you mean currently or like all time?
Okay, currently, what do you play the most? And then favorite video game. I already said mine. My favorite video game is Super Smash Bros. Melee. And then the game I currently play the most right now is Overwatch.
Okay. I'm gonna have to say, my favorite game at the time is a mix between Counter-Strike and Overwatch.
PC.
PC, definitely PC. So, yes. But
Well, CS is only for PC, unless the Xbox 360. But
Xbox One has it.
yeah, well, backwards compatibility.
And then all-time favorite, Halo 3 or Halo Reach, which one?
All right.
I have to pick one. Halo Reach was just so like customizable, but at the same time Halo 3 was just so nostalgic. I'm gonna have to say Halo 3.
All right. So Halo 3. So all right.
'Cause it's
Yeah.
lit.
I just never ever got into the Halo games. I wanted to. I watched plenty of gameplays on it, and I like kind of the story of quite a few of them, but just never played them. They're beautiful games too.
Oh no, yeah, they're great.
I would play them. I would definitely play them. That's also one of the games I'm not opposed to playing. I just never did. Like Doom, never played it, but not opposed. I would definitely play it. But the thing is like, you know, when I buy a game, it's once every blue moon, because typically I like getting hard copies of games, typically, for console, for Steam.
I like to feel the games,
For,
man.
for PC games, I like to just obviously get them online.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
I don't know why. It's probably just because like console games, it's always been I buy the hard copy. Like that's how it's always been. So that's kind of like this just not routine, habit. It's the same difference. But yeah, this is what I did. This is just I would always buy hard copies for.
Alright, let's see here. What's next? Okay, let's talk about the new update for Overwatch. Oh wait, no, we skipped something. Oh fuck.
What did we skip?
We skipped our future.
Our future. Oh,
So our future plans, short term and long term.
Oh, what'd you take the lead on this one?
Really? Okay.
If you want me to go,
No, I'll go. I'll go.
this.
Let's see. I'm gonna start with my short-term plans. It's just I want to get good grades so I can just. I really want to do running start
Do it.
because I want to
good.
get a good degree early,
Mhm.
so I'm ahead of the game. So running start is kind of like this early college thing, which is apparently really good. So I really want to get into that.
Yeah, so
Another.
if you're listening to this podcast and you don't know what it is, Running Start is basically the high school that you go to, pays for 2 years of college, and then it's up to you. You either get your AADTA, which is what I'm getting, and then you could like get into the workforce or transfer for your final 2 years.
See, I got this one thing that I can go to any 4-year college for free in the state.
Lucky.
I know, right? I'm thankful, but I really want like a goal of mine is to move. I want to move out of this house. Like when I'm 18, I don't want to. I don't want to like be one of those people who lived in their parents' basement until they're 30. That's just not the way I want to roll. I wanna get out of the house as soon as I can, and I'm hoping to find a roommate, so like I can like I want it to be like a video house. I want it to be productive. I want them to have like the same goal as mine is just to produce content on YouTube as good as possible. And like I also want I want to become a marine biologist because like I love the water. I love sharks. Sharks are awesome. I love sharks.
I'm not a big shark fan. I'm not really a big water fan. But I do love tropics. I do love snorkeling. Like,
Yeah.
I have a fear of deep water, and I can't like surfboard any of that. I can't be atop the water. But as soon as I'm in the water, oh my goodness, man! And you just look and you see the fish. Oh, dude, I love snorkeling. So
Yeah, so I want to I'm saying like I want to get a doctorate, but you know how much fucking work that is?
that's a lot of work.
Like a marine biologist with a doctorate makes so much a year. Like it's over 200K.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's like, do I need that much money?
Yeah.
I don't need that much money. Like that's too much. What the hell am I saying? I like money.
I don't know.
I like money.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Yeah, I like money, but at the same time, I'm lazy. So
Yeah. I know.
yeah. So back to like the moving out thing. Yeah, I wanna. This apartment complex is really cheap, and the houses are awesome. So I really want to move in with a roommate
Yeah.
in one of these
You could
houses.
easily get two dudes to just
Yeah,
low level YouTubers could easily yeah.
yeah.
Yo, dude,
Oh, dude, that'd be great.
you got nice steaks.
Like these houses are awesome. Like you've been in it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no,
It's nice.
they're lit. They're massive. 1250 for like 1,000 a month. So like that's a lot of room.
Mm-hmm. And the garage is a whole. I mean, you could easily make the garage like a whole separate like workplace if you really
Yeah.
wanted.
I mean, just keep it heated.
I mean, yeah, that would be the only issue. But dude, if you had a whole Jeep like YouTubers PC gaming, you'd have no problem with heat.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Just some computers mess with the heat. Don't put an extra fan in there. Get a little
It's like
toasty.
overheat.
No, you
Yeah, no, it's like
That's so for me. I guess it's going to me now. I honestly kind of have the same thing. I'm probably not going to move out as soon as I turn 18 because I won't. I don't know. Let's see how YouTube goes because I'm trying to get momentum. It's hard though because I don't know how to get new viewers. Like I have the same.
thank you for 2 million subs.
I have the same 9 subscribers almost as like the day
Well,
I
10.
start.
I subbed.
Oh, 10? All right, 10. All right. So there's one more. But and also, I mean that's just being regular, but I've been more regular, and it just there's really no momentum. Um, but I want to start, getting momentum. And once I start getting momentum, and I'm feeling good. Then I feel like I could probably get to the point where I could make a decent lot of cash. Um, but I don't think I'll be at the point where I can move out completely on my own unless I'm with, moving in with someone. And that's kind of the same idea. And it's funny. We've never ever talked about this. But I do have the same kind of deal. Like, I want to move out, get a group of guys, and we just kind of like we don't even necessarily all have to be YouTubing, but like we're all doing our own thing, and it would
Yeah.
be cool to have a house of YouTubers.
House of like
but
streamer YouTubers, like very dedicated.
yeah, that's kind of honestly the dream.
Yeah,
If
that's the
that's not
dream.
necessarily the case, and it's kind of a group of guys doing their own thing, then that's fine too. But like that would be dope.
That's like a daily LAN party.
Yeah, bro, that would be so fun.
Like
There's
just at the end of the day, everyone just plays D&D.
Mhm. You know what? I used to play this old Star Wars. It was Star Wars Battlefront for the PC. It's not the new one. It's an old PC game. Um, but it was literally just, it was kind of like a Star Wars CS:GO, like open world CS:GO type deal. And you could
Battlefront?
just, yeah, it was called Battlefront, I think.
I think the
Um,
second one you're talking about, right?
Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
I played
I,
that on the PS2.
a buddy, there used to be game club after school when I used to go to junior high in like 7th grade, and I would go in, and this buddy this dude had a copy of the game, and he would go install it on several computers, and we would all have a huge LAN party, and there was at least like a dozen of us, and then there were other people playing the game at the time too, so we would just go ham on this game, and dude, I started going off with that game. Oh my god, I completely forgot to mention it in the video game section. But yeah, that was another game. That was actually the first FPS ever. I just never really got back into an FPS, so I consider BO2 my first. Um, but that was a fun game, and we would just sit around and game on that for like a couple hours after school, almost like I think it was once or twice a week. That was really fun. But yeah.
I just want to like compliment myself right here. We didn't plan like an idea after our future other than the Overwatch update.
hmm
So like mid podcast, I'm just making this nice little idea frame slideshow. I'm just complimenting myself here. Pretty lit.
Nicely done. Nicely done, dude. There's a reason I'm not hosting the podcast. You
Oh,
are.
yeah. Oh yeah. The
Hey,
control room.
you have more subs, and also, um,
No, that's lit.
you know, dude. But yeah, I'm looking forward to PC.
All right, let's move on to our next one that we had planned. The Overwatch update.
Yeah, so obviously Overwatch is a game that we both play a lot of. And so what's the most recent update with Symmetra, or the next one with the?
Yeah, the next one. They're talking about nerfing Eva. Nerf this.
So the one thing that I hate about the most is I feel like they focus their attention on the wrong, wrong tank. Winston, he's a character I like to play a lot. Harambe, as we pretty much call him in all the videos I've ever made for Overwatch. He is a character that he's only got he's got 500 health, which is decent. But his gun doesn't do anything. His little laser thing, which you would think like this huge electricity cannon must do a lot of damage, does nothing.
It just melts people that you can get close enough with, but other than that, it's awful.
But here's the most people can get away, and it doesn't have that longer range, right? So you just need to keep walking away, and you really can't do anything. So he's a character. Either they buff his health, so it's harder to kill him. They buff his gun, and then lowers health a little bit, so he does
It just
damage
melts.
pretty decently, and then just he's still pretty easy to kill. Or they raise his shield because his shield lasts 2 seconds or like takes 2 damage. Like
Yeah,
it's
no.
ridiculously easy to get through. They need to buff him or do something with him. And I hate Divas getting I mean, the shield is kind of stupid, and
Yeah, but
so
no, they're
is
focusing on the health.
yeah, but they're focusing on health, like just lowering their health, which is the wrong thing. Either take away the shield, or just deal with Winston, or Genji deflecting every single shot that goes his way for a
Actually, no,
social
that's not the case. Only like bullet shit. But if you're like a Zarya or a Symmetra
That is true, yeah.
or a
But like,
Winston,
but I still feel like it's a little ridiculous. If you're trying to fire at him and he deflects every single. I mean, he's a Sensei Master robot, but could a robot even deflect like a machine gun coming straight at him?
did you say Sensei?
I think I did.
Sensei.
Sensei Master Robot.
Honestly, if you ask my opinion, they could not like Overwatch is great right now. I feel that they just shouldn't like change a thing. Cause I was like, okay, so like let's reference Pokemon Go here. That was the perfect game until they just added a ton of shit to it. They just made it unplayable. And then it got cold. You know that's also a thing. Fuck you, winter.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree. Ideally, they don't touch the game at all. They just leave it the same.
Yeah.
It's all fine. But Blizzard's not gonna keep their hand off that game.
Yeah, it's the most like it went to the pro scene in like months of it being out.
Which it should. It's a great game.
It's a great game. It's great. It's strategic. It's it's fun. It's just all around great. Like there's just not a lot that could make it better. So that's why I'm scared. All right, moving on to the
But here, 1 second. To give
Alright.
them credit, every patch that they've had in the past, except for the Soldier, when they made him crazy OP, has been good. I
Yeah.
think. The Symmetra patch, I think they needed because her beam really didn't. I mean, it was okay.
yeah,
but
Symmetra was awful until,
but now she's good.
but now she's like
so I think-
quads.
And I think every character they've made, come out since the original lineup has been good too. So I think that's just Ana, Sombra, and isn't that it? It's just been Ana and Sombra, correct?
Yeah, no, it's
If I'm
just
not
been
mistaken.
Ana and Sombra.
Yeah, I think those two characters are gonna.
And
I think-
they're coming out with another one that they've been talking about.
Yeah, is it the one with the fist? Like the fist
I
of
don't know.
justice?
I haven't looked up on it, but
Right.
all I know is that there's another guy coming out. Apparently, he's being hosted by voiced by a celebrity,
Oh really?
if I'm not wrong.
Captain Six Toes.
Yours truly. Anyway, I think we've worn this strategy out. Thing out. So let's go over to my newly created one. Let's see. What do I have? YouTube strategy.
Clickbait.
Okay. Let's start talking about you were asking earlier, like how do I you're pretty stagnant right now.
Yeah.
With views and subs. How would you do something as like gain subs?
Yeah.
I have found out that through my long time, like 6 years of YouTube, one way to get traction
Mm-hmm.
is like at least a video a day.
Yeah, I want to start doing that.
That's
what I wanted to do for a little while is I wanted to just record like a game and then upload that and then just keep doing that.
Yeah.
Maybe even doing a couple a day. But it just became to the point where I want to play with more people, but a lot of the time I'll go to play and people aren't on, so it's just like I can't do anything. So hence the Battlefield 4 campaign that I've been doing. In the next video is coming out really soon. I just need to get recording, and then
Yeah.
obviously editing is really easy. But that's the only problem. Like a lot of times people aren't on. Or a lot of times I'll invite people and people are just like, nah.
See, my problem is I don't have the time.
Mm.
Like I put effort into my videos. Like I don't like put just spew out bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm gonna make a like a nice commentary, I'm gonna sit down with some friends and get a nice clump of views. I mean, clump of time, then edit that. Cause like I'll make like 10, 20-minute videos, but like that means I'll be playing for hours.
No, I know. I think that's one thing, and I didn't realize this until I started YouTubing. That's something that people don't realize. You have 3 hour sessions, and you get like 20 minutes
Maybe
out of
10.
it.
Yeah, no, it's insane. It's like
Like the videos I have on my channel, and especially the one it's I think it's the shortest one out there, except for the very first, which don't watch that one, the Dink memes video, which was kind of a joke, but I
yeah, I
literally
sent you all of my MLG files.
yeah exactly, and I just added a few of them in. There was basically like an hour before that clip, and then like an hour and a half after that one. Like that was a gigantic
Yeah, I was
video,
in that video.
and I only used that little section because nothing else was really that good.
Yeah,
Like
no.
there was decent stuff, but that was the only thing that I thought like, oh, I can make this funny.
Yeah, no. Unless you're like, Markiplier and like funny stuff just naturally comes out of your mouth. It's just it's hard, like cuz anyone can make it big on YouTube. It's just how much effort you put into it.
You have to be willing to do the effort.
Yeah.
I think that was another issue because I wasn't. I mean, now I do like editing. I enjoy editing, but for a little while, I have Sony Vegas, and that's awesome that I have it. But I wouldn't want to use it. It's like I don't want to sit down and edit when I can play. So at first I would have to force myself, like, no, you gotta edit, you gotta do this, just do it, and you're done with it. And I started to enjoy it, and so I think that's probably gonna help too with
Yeah.
coming out videos for sure.
Yeah, editing is really fun. I like that because it's like everything that's right here, I can manipulate and make it how I want.
Yeah.
But another thing that I've learned over the years, that you want to find the right time span, because like you can upload 2 hour like let's plays unedited, and it's like how many people are gonna watch that 2 hours? Like it's like people watch podcasts for 2 hours. Okay, they don't watch let's plays for
But the thing about podcasts, especially with
yeah
this one, they change topics. When
yeah
you're watching a Let's Play, that's it.
yeah
You're
that's
watching
it.
one game for 2 hours.
2 hours. That's why you gotta cut it up, and again, hours of gameplay goes into like 10, 20 minutes, and that's the perfect amount of time too. 10, 20 minutes. So because that's a good watch span.
Yeah. And I think that's one thing people don't realize is like people are like, well, why aren't you, why because people bigger YouTubers, not us, we don't do this enough. Well, I don't know, maybe you, but YouTubers will run out of steam, and they're like, well, how can you? There's so much games. You only play for like 10 minutes, right? No, these YouTubers are playing like all day and then editing for the rest. They are so tired of looking and watching the same thing over and over and over again that it's easy to just lose interest.
Oh yeah, no.
And I think honestly, people think like, oh, just uploading your video games, that's so easy. Like that's a really common misconception. No, it's work.
Scheduling upload times. Like I know I've seen YouTubers schedule upload times. I'm
Hmm.
like, it can't be that hard. No. Cause like okay, so not only is like editing time consuming, rendering
Hmm.
takes a 10 20 minute video at like 30 minutes if it's at like decent,
Hmm.
and then uploading it.
Yeah.
YouTube sometimes just has like a sick day, and it's just like, nah, I'm just not gonna work.
Yeah, I feel you.
I've actually ran into this problem a couple times, but it was nothing too drastic. I was just able to upload it the next day. But the upload time regularly for YouTube for my content takes about 2-3 hours, and I see Chilari Gaming pissed.
Mm.
Psst. Yes, Chickalari Gaming. I'm sorry if I said that weird or butchered it to the highest extent. Hopefully, it wasn't there for like 3 hours and like I noticed the comment. But yeah, another way for that I've known is like, unless you're just a god at commentating, you need friends to do it with, and that
Mhm.
and this is your problem as well, and this is my problem because I'm antisocial.
Mhm.
So like, it's like I don't want to go through all that work making a video.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's another thing. Like, you'll go to edit, and if it's not interesting, you're like, I don't want to edit this.
yeah,
I feel you. But with all that negativity, YouTube is still awesome. Love it. Twitch too. Those are
Yeah.
great. Those are great outlets for creativity.
honestly, if YouTube gives out like how people are predicting it's going to be, I'm going to Twitch. Like
Oh,
Twitch, I swear to God, Twitch is like, I don't know if they are, but they have to be making some sort of like upload thing just in case YouTube goes down the shitter.
They do. You can make video clips for your channel.
Yeah, but it's like,
So
yeah,
I don't know. I think we're running out of stuff to talk
We-
about here almost.
we've been going for a good hour 18, so you know.
Hour 18.
Yeah,
I think that's
been doing
decent for the first podcast.
Yeah,
Thank you
thank
all
you. Thank you.
so much for
For tuning
Come-
in to the very first podcast.
and if you're listening to this later on, thank you again for
Yeah.
for listening.
Yeah.
Obviously leave a comment, like the video or the podcast if you enjoyed. Leave a comment if you would like to see this become a separate channel and this is just something we do regularly, because obviously we're gonna have more stuff to talk about. This is just the first one, so
This is the first one. Yeah, we just threw them together.
together.
Speech impediment.
We're tired, okay? It's late. But yeah, make sure, not trying to sell myself out, but make sure to check out my channel.
Yeah.
I'm trying to post regularly, and I would love and greatly appreciate the support. And I feel like Captain here,
Yeah, and if you're watching SoundCloud, both our links will be in the description.
you can easily just find this podcast on YouTube. Also, if you want to go find the link or go find it on YouTube. But if you want to wrap it up, that's pretty much it. Thank you again.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in to the very first podcast. That here, let's brainstorm a name for this podcast. The CaptainRyce podcast.
Rice Toast Podcast.
Rice Toast podcast.
I don't know.
The good podcast.
A good podcast.
The
If
good
anyone
podcast.
if anyone has a better name than
Yeah.
either of those, just comment
Just comment it down below. I always read my comments.
later. Anything is probably better than the good podcast. So,
The good podcast. But honestly, though, if that's not taken, that's definitely an idea. The good
Alright.
podcast.
all right, we'll keep it in the brainstorm.
Yeah. And thanks for tuning in. And I guess have a good one.
See you in the next video or next podcast if that's
Yeah.
what it is.
All right. See you later, alligator.